going to be another amazing event. This time, we've brought in a whole host of teams from all across Europe.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it.
Yes, we are.
So just to give you a rundown of some of the teams before we draw them, we've got Sudden Discomfort, of course. Tyne and Fears, the hosts. We've got Lincolnshire Rolling Thunder and Seuss, who are all, of course, and Pan Am Squad, who are our MEC veterans.
Mm-hmm.
And then some new faces. So we've got the Mad Riders, we've got the Mannequin Beasts, we've got I'm going to get this pronunciation right, the Tompere Rolling Bros.
That's not bad.
And we've got Gothenburg Salty Seamen, and we've got De Ronnies.
Who all are called Ronnie.
So that's going to be an easy one to pick the player of the tournament for De Ronnies. It's going to be Ronnie. So obviously tickets are on sale for the MEC now if you want to come down and watch in person, but we are working very hard right now to bring you an all-free stream. But obviously the best way to say it is to come down to the Walker Dome, see it in person, and we are assured there will be burgers.
Yeah, this is something that we've had a lot of questions about in recent years since the very first tournament that we had Fat Hippo down and in appearance. So it's going to be a little bit colder, I think.
Yeah, the last few MECs, of course, have been right in the middle of summer. This one is in November, so if you are coming, of course, bring your thermals.
The Finns will be absolutely fine, as I'm sure will most of the other Europeans.
Well, maybe just it's a disadvantage for the Mad Riders and coming from Spain.
Yeah, it might
but
be.
I'm sure we can sell them some scarves.
Absolutely. I'm sure there'll be plenty of merch on sale anyway if you guys need anything else. So before we get started, we just want to say give a huge shout out to the lovely Quad Skate Shop. We've got lots of people logged on at the minute, so if you've got any questions and you do want to get in touch with us, please do. Our sponsors, Roller Derby City, and I've already got a message from Fat Rat saying, "Hey Panda, hey."
So yeah, if you want to give us a shout out, ask any questions about the tournament this year, jump on the comments on the YouTube stream. You can shout out the questions. We've got a team of volunteers here ready to take your questions and pass them across to us. Just to answer one question first is how the seeding in the tournament is going to run this year. So the top 4 seeds were selected based on the MRDA ranking in spring. So that team selection was done then, which got us Southern Discomfort, Tyne and Fear, Lincolnshire Rolling Thunder, and the South Wales Sileos. So they got locked in as the top 4 seeds. We adjusted that yesterday based on the MRDA's autumn rankings, which pushed Seuss to become seed 2 and Tyne and Fear to seed 3. So the way the rest of the draw will happen is that tonight we will be drawing seeds 5 through 10, which will give us our Saturday rundown for all the games that you can see on your screen right now. Obviously, it's going to be 2 days of packed roller derby. I think we've got the longest day that we've had at MEC, so we're going to have 7 games on the Saturday, which is going to be a good amount of derby packed into one single day.
Busy day.
And then obviously the Sunday will become finals day, with them all battling out to see who is going to lift that trophy and see if anybody can wrestle it out of the fingers of Southern Discomfort this year.
As Sven said, we already know the first 4 seedings, which gives us an idea of Game 5, Game 3, Game 4 and Game 6, which were top to bottom order on the graphic that you saw there. So we know that number 1 seeding SDRD are going to be playing their first game on Saturday at 4 p.m. LRT seeding 4 going to play their first game, Game 3, at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Tyne and Fear, Game 4, 2 p.m. on Saturday. And Seuss are going to be playing Game 6 at 6 p.m. on Saturday. But then we've got those other seedings that will fit around that bracket as well following the draw.
We'll give a shout out as well right now to Roller Derby City, who are stepping in as our main merch sponsor. They're going to be providing all the merchandise and all of the T-shirts for our officials and volunteers again this year. So great effort by Roller Derby City stepping up again just to provide those shirts for our army of blue and probably yellow, I'll say again, because the volunteers have been yellow the last couple of years.
Yeah, we've got blue this year. I think we were yellow last year, and green we had one year as well in the colours for the tournament.
So we've had a question of what colour will 27 MEC be, but I guess that we'll go to the fan vote on that one, or leave it up to whoever gets to host MEC in 2017. And we've also, on the back of that one, we've had a question of what is your favourite colour?
Well, I'm going to be impartial here and say all of them.
Well, and I'll be impartial and say whatever colour the NSOs are wearing. So in this case, with MRDA, it's a lovely powder blue. Obviously, sometimes it'll be grey, sometimes it's pink, and sometimes it's black and white stripes.
I was just going to say black and white stripes. We are keeping an eye on the feed coming in, so apologies if you think I'm just looking at my phone, but I am reading your comments as well as these guys here. We've got Moo60 Quad Bit and, of course, Nicholas Rage that are here helping us out. So huge thanks to those guys and for you guys for tuning in at home as well. So we're going to get on to the exciting stuff really soon and be able to draw each of the teams that we've got named in this jar here. And then we've got seedings 5 to 10 on the balls there. So we'll be drawing those also.
But, I mean, the thing that MEC this year is really striding to do is to bring more European teams into these higher level tournaments. And we know a lot of these players have already played at high level this year in the MRDWC in Calgary. And when you look through the proposed rosters of the team so far, there's already a lot of players on there who were out there battling in Calgary at world-class level. So they're now going to bring that for their league level.
Yeah, and that's the first time that we're seeing them here at MEC as well for quite a lot of those skaters.
Yes, I mean, so far we've only had French teams and teams from the UK representing at MEC, but now, you know, we've got German teams, Spanish teams, we've got Finnish teams,
Swedish teams. Well. We've got teams from Belgium as well.
Yes, and Belgium, yes, of course. So because we've now got this extra mix of all these other players who are going to bring their particular country to it and bring what they had at the World Cup to this stage, I think it's going to open up MEC a little bit more. And of course, anything that any experience that they get will go back to those respective countries and will help grow roller derby across Europe, so that as MEC moves forward, we'll start seeing a lot more teams from different European countries come into the tournament, which I think is always going to be beneficial for the sport as a whole in Europe.
Absolutely. I think as well you've got, at this point in time, we're seeing gameplay over 2 days. We did mention before it's going to be quite squeeze on the Saturday. You know, we might even end up seeing about expanding that in coming years. I suppose it depends. We might even end up with week-long tournaments before before we carry on. Because we had briefly mentioning MRDWC there, that was 4 days, and that was huge. So we're not quite at that level yet. So we've got a full weekend, as we said, crammed with roller derby. So hopefully we will get as much information as we can online for you today following this, in case you've missed it or if you want to get caught up. So these guys are going to be working hard after hours once the stream has finished today. So don't worry, you won't miss anything if you haven't been able to watch us live. But thank you very much for tuning in.
So, shall we move over to the business of the draw?
Well, okay.
So, what we'll do now is we'll start by adding the numbered balls that you can see in front of us into the ball of destiny. Go on then, I shall let you do that. So we'll start by, we'll draw a name of a team, and then we will draw a ball which will tell us what seed they are going to be in the competition. Remember, as I've already stated, so Southern Discomfort are seed 1, South Wales Sileos are seed 2, Tyne and Fear are seed 3, and Lincolnshire Run Thunder are seed 4. So this is just for seed 5 through 10. So I will start by picking the first team from the jar. And this is the Pan Am squad.
Okay.
And they will be going in at seed.
I feel like I'm on the lottery. Seed number 6.
So seed 6, Pan Am squad. Which means they will face Tyne and Fear in game 4 on Saturday.
All right, so we already know we've got a full game sorted out.
And the next team from the jar is the Gothenburg Salty Seamen.
And that is ball number 7.
So Gothenburg at the moment will be in game 1 on Saturday at 8 AM. So we haven't drawn their opponent yet. They will obviously play against whoever is drawn as seed 10.
Mhm.
So let's move on to the next team. And this is the Mannequin Beasts.
Okay. And that is ball number 5.
Going in at seed 5, the Mannequin Beasts will be facing Lincolnshire Rolling Thunder.
And that's game 3 at 12 p.m.
And then the tension's amazing.
Oh. Now I'm just making
We
noises.
have the Tampere Rolling Bros, and they will be seeded.
And that is number 10.
So they will be facing Gothenburg.
I'll just go get that.
I'll fill. So that gives us our game 1 at 8 a.m. now. Gothenburg versus Tampere.
Two neighbouring countries. I'm sure that'll be an exciting face-off.
So next we have the Mad Riders, and they will be seeded,
That gives us number 9.
which will be game 2. And I guess no suspense in this last one, unless I've missed a team or made a team up. We have the Ronnies,
And number 8.
so they will be playing the Mad Riders in that second game. So, as it stands now, in game 1 we will be seeing Gothenburg versus Tampere, and the winner of that matchup will go on to face Southern Discomfort at 4 p.m. Game 2 we have the Ronnies facing off against the Mad Riders. The winner of that will go on to face Seuss in game 6 on the Saturday at 6 p.m. Game 3 is LRT, so Lincolnshire Rolling Thunder versus the Mannequin Beasts. Obviously the winner of that game will go on to face Southern Discomfort or the winner of game 1, the outcome of game 5 I should say. And then finally we've got Tyne and Fear versus Pan Am at game 4 at 2 p.m. on Saturday, and that will feed into the matchup with the Seuss game 2 winner.
And then following on from that at 8 p.m, game 7 will be the runner-up from game 1 and the runner-up from game 2. That'll be the last game in that day, so we'll move then into Sunday. No ideas what it's going to look like at this point in time. Some teams, like we said, we've never seen here before, so we don't really know what to expect. Some of the teams we have seen here before, so we kind of have an idea of what to expect. But we might have some complete surprises. You never know what's going to happen.
But as I say, when you look across the rosters for all of these teams, there is quite a lot of world-class talent, and the names jump out the page when you look at them for those that represented at MRDWC. Some of them were playing with each other in the terms of all the players who represented England, so from Southern Discomfort, from Tyne and Fear. Some of them are, of course, now playing with people that played against at MRDWC. So where, again, you had some of the players who were representing opposite teams. So in the case of Tyne and Fear, we had some representing England, some representing the Netherlands. Southern Discomfort, I believe we had some representing England, some representing Scotland. But then you've also got teams like, I believe, Tampere. There's a lot of that team actually played together in the Finnish side.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Fat Rat play in at MRDWC, but we did, of course, see him play back in MERDC 2013, if memory serves, playing as part of the Expendables.
Yes, it was, yes. I think it was version 2. So that's going to be something he's definitely going to be keen to get straight on track for that one anyway. So as I was saying before, apologies, I think we had a little bit of a glitch with the mic there in that I hadn't got it turned on, so completely my fault, I apologise. We were saying that a lot of the teams we have seen playing together, and I think that can sometimes cause not so much problems, but you do find that any teams that have skated together will tend to know each other's tactics quite a lot. So they tend to, some of them don't necessarily train together in the run-up to tournaments such as this if they know they're going to be skating against each other.
But yeah, I mean, whatever happens, I think we're going to get a great weekend of roller derby. So remember, mark your calendars, November the 12th and 13th in Newcastle. If there are still spaces yet left at Euro Hostel, they are the official hotel of the tournament. So you can get in touch with them and try and get yourself space there. But otherwise, there are a lot of good places to stay in Newcastle. It's a great night out if you've never been. If you have been, come anyway. It is good, we promise.
Yeah, we love our city. You know, whether we're from here or not, it's definitely a place to come and visit and spend some time. So if you can, and you've got a few days to spare either side, it'd be absolutely fantastic to see you and hang around with you at the after party as well. So if you are hanging around for a few extra days, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people to show you around. From Tiny Fee, Newcastle Roller Girls, whoever. And I'm going to hold my hand up and say, hey, if anybody wants to go shopping, I'm in.
And we've had a signal to say that the updated bracket has been configured, so we can show that on the screen now. So that's as we were talking through earlier. So we'll just leave that up there for a minute or two so you can see the path through the tournament and the way that it's going to get us through from game 1 at 8 AM on Saturday to game 13. So there's 13 games, of course, this year at 7 PM on Sunday, where MEC 2016 will be decided. And I know that the one thing that will definitely be true is that the support this year and the noise level this year will be bigger and better than last year. And that's saying something. Last year on the Sunday, we had headphones on. We could hear the crowd more than anything else. I think there was people in the neighbouring streets knew the name of Pablo.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we are pretty much in the middle of a housing estate at the Walker Dome, so it is it's a little bit of a busy area. So you've got a lot of places close by, some businesses close by. I'm surprised they weren't just like, what on earth is going on in there? But we did see quite a phenomenal few jams there from with the final with Pablo Diablo and the amazing run of I can't remember off the top of my head exactly 30 odd points jamming, and just it was just crazy. I think we all took a minute just to take stock of what had happened, and the crowd were cheering. You know, moments like that you cherish for a very long time in roller derby, and you always remember. So definitely more surprises to come, I think. Plenty of new experiences for a lot of people coming to watch, coming to skate, coming to officiate, referee, volunteer. We want to say thank you in advance to everybody who is coming and has been volunteering up until this point, because we couldn't do it without you, and we wouldn't be here without the help of everybody putting all the effort in. It's been absolutely phenomenal over the past few years, and this year even more so, because look at this setup that we've got here today. So impressive. Indeed.
And if you, of course, want to be part of the event, if you are a roller derby company or any company and you want to get your name associated with the Men's European Cup 2016, get in touch via the Facebook page. We will let you know all the ways that you can be part and you can help make this event great and get your name out there. We'll put your banners anywhere you want them. We'll give you advertising on our stream. We'll put you in the program. I'm fairly sure some of the players will write your name on the forehead in Sharpie if the price is right. So just get in touch. Again, if you want to know more about the tournament, if you hadn't already been to the MEC Facebook page, which is, he says, quick Phil.
All right, so while Sven is finding out, we're going to give you a big shout out to Roller Derby City, who are sponsoring us. And now back to Sven, who can tell us more.
Yeah, so just go to facebook.com/Men's European Cup and give that page a like, a share, subscribe to it, do all the bits that you do on Facebook. Tell all your friends about it. Let's make sure MEC 2016 is the biggest yet.
Oh, absolutely. Don't forget, you can get in touch with us, as Sven says, any which way. We're also on Twitter, and you're obviously watching us via YouTube, or we think you might be. Any information that we share, we will be putting out on the Facebook page, so you won't miss anything if you're in touch with us there. And we've had, I think, a lot of people tuning in, a lot of comments and things. So hi to everybody that's watching us live. Thank you very much for joining us. Just to reiterate, my name is Panda, and this is Sven. Do we need anything else covered before we head off?
I don't think so. I think we've done the draw, so we'll put the bracket back up again for you, and we will see you in November.
We'll see you then.